You already know what time it is. It's officially the end of March, and another week has now passed us officially. And so that means week 12 of seeing what's going on with this journey to building a business empire. So I got a couple of updates. Let's go to the YouTube side of things first. So on our main channel, for those of you who have been watching any of my other videos, for those of you who are new to the channel, I've been doing this thing called like the grand rebrand, where I basically am taking like my main channel and another channel and rebranding the type of content that I'm posting on it. So originally this channel blew up through YouTube Shorts, right? That was like the reason why we have this gigantic number of subscribers, almost nearing 200,000, because I had a video that went viral. That video back in 2023 generated 100,000 subscribers, 67 million views, maybe even more now that YouTube has released a new update about YouTube Shorts to show the real views in total that people get. But in terms of like, as what we're now going to know it as engaged views, you could say it got 67 million views, and real views maybe 88. We'll see when the numbers officially update. But now I'm going to be re-engineering the channel by uploading just only long form content to begin with. So most recently I've been testing different thumbnails, looking at the data to get a good grasp of stuff like that. Our goal is to have a video hit over 50,000 views long form wise, and within the next, well, basically by the end of April, because I want to have this as the YouTube challenge. We had one video that did perform pretty well, that it's about to hit 10K views, and it's a reaction video for a music video. So I wanted to focus on things that are more anime adjacent on this channel and start to chase trending topics and other things that are going on in the anime community and turn it into more of a commentary based channel itself, right? So the goal for this particular week is to start to have videos reach like 4 posts a day, 4 long form videos a day, and then as well as going back to uploading shorts every single day, and start to also get to like say maybe 3 or 4 shorts a day. And now we can do this because the one thing about shorts, when you start to average over a few thousand shorts or a few thousand views on your short, that's when you can start to, like, you know, experiment with how many you can upload in a particular day. So that's going to be one of the goals. We're still going to be focusing on reaction videos when it comes to anime, but I am starting to like branch out into other types of reactions so we can just see exactly where this audience is going to go for the future. So looking forward towards next week, we should have a lot of videos and a lot more data to update when we come back around, especially because I am testing out different types of thumbnails moving forward. The other thing is that the estimated revenue is going up, so our goal for what, you know, April would be $100, because we're going to be uploading definitely over more than 100 videos in this upcoming month. The other thing is we want to raise the overall average view duration, because this channel is more so geared towards shorts, and originally it started off as long form content. You know, I uploaded long form content on the channel. He got to around 36,000 subscribers before I started implementing shorts. And so now we have to reinvent the wheel, because we're trying to make this one of those channels that starts to earn 4 and then eventually 5 figures as the business for, you know, anime, of course, continues to grow. Moving on to the next channel, which is our Card Empire channel, which I upload these videos on itself. Most recently, I uploaded 2 videos in one day. I believe it's like the first time ever. But I wanted to talk about, you know, 1, the updating every single day, talking about what's going on the main channel, and 2, talking about the YouTube Shorts new update that they did, which a lot of people seem to agree with me that it's just complete BS at the end of the day, right? The Shorts update really doesn't change much for anyone in retrospect of how it can help with monetization or anything like that. You know, it just makes it a little bit harder for you to access that data in order to see exactly how much, you know, views you get, or and calculate how many more views you're actually going to need to reach monetization, if that's something that you are striving for. But this channel itself has grown exponentially from, you know, since restarting it back on January 1st of this year. We've now reached 13,000 subscribers. Still pretty cool, but we've also made $33 since we've been monetized on the channel, which I believe is now a full week of monetization, I believe so. Let me double check. I mean, hey, this is why we got the data here for us, right? So officially it's March 17th. All right, so a little bit more, maybe a little bit more. No, all right, so March 19th is when we finally earned something. which is 53 cents. And since then, we've been floating around this $3 sphere so far, or the $3 sphere, I guess you could call it, right? We're earning around $1.49 per 1K views on RPM. But what I have seen is, the CPM be a lot higher, mainly because of the type of content that I believe we are, doing in and of itself. Look, if I'm looking at the CPM being around $10, I've even seen the CPM go all the way up to like $12 itself. So that's pretty interesting to note, mainly because we are covering like YouTube content. We're about to cover a lot more financial stuff in the month of April. We're going to be doing a lot more double posting. So there's going to be a lot of, other videos outside of me just recapping what's going on for the grand rebrand. Right now, the video has been driving the most traffic and earning the most amount of dollars has been our video about, YouTube Shorts, taking it 30 days, fully, and showing people how it worked out for me, giving a realistic take on it, because there's a lot of gurus out there that don't have realistic 30-day videos and whatnot, especially some of them you could be artificially blown up and stuff like that. But we're not here to debate those gurus. We're just here to look at our own data and show you guys, hey, this is stuff that we're doing in real time, and showing what works and what doesn't work. So when we go to the revenue in here, so the playback cost for CPM is now down to $11.49. It does say here that we're on revenue per 1K RPM is at 62 cents, but some reason I don't technically agree with that number. But then again, you know what? They might be right. It might be wrong. We'll see how exactly it shakes out, for the next month. When all this essentially rolls over to the month of April itself. But the goal for this channel is going to be consistently just putting out more content, making sure there's content every single day, update you guys on the grand rebrand and the data behind that for that specific series, and also return to talking about YouTube Shorts a bit more. And that bleeds into the next channel that we're going to be talking about, which is the K-drama channel, as you guys can see here. I'll give that a go refresh. And right now the channel is at 6,700 subscribers. I have actually started to implement videos that feature my face in them, but the thumbnails are going to remain the same. What does that mean? At least what you'll see on, that was pretty loud. At least what you'll see on the shorts feed itself, you're still going to see the images of, the stars from the K-drama itself, right? Like, this has just been our style for the longest, and that's going to remain the same. There's a little slight difference between in the videos, if you notice that I had like the little caption on the video itself, where you can see like he came out of retirement to save his friend's child, and then the mark for Drama Tensei. So I started to remove that because I felt like it was like kind of pointless. Two, it didn't really impact the video in any way. Three, because we went through a period where we didn't upload for a bit because of my temporary move, then I just feel like, all right, let's cut time in the amount of editing, or should I say cut time in the amount of cut time in the amount of editing, so you can just get these videos, start to get them out there. In the month of April, we're going to be posting at least 2 to 3 videos a day on this channel. And this is going to be in combination with some of my reaction videos themselves. Like this video here, She Just Wanted to Live in Peace, is actually a reaction video featuring me that I did like years ago, but for content I did on my other channel, but I started to post it on this one because, once again, this also does count as commentary content. This also counts as transformative content, and we know that also gets you monetized. So I will start uploading a lot more content here. Now, in retrospect, technically I could take other people's videos if I wanted to, but we're not going to do that, right? Because even though you can be like a faceless channel that uploads content of other people, at the end of the day, and primarily this channel is still faceless. So, and when someone clicks on one of the videos, and they see this thumbnail, they're not sure what you're going to get behind the actual thumbnail itself. So it's a little bit of an experiment, but I want to see how much more content we can push. I also do have to change our I gotta change our cover photo, and we gotta remove this man Kim So Hyun, because there's a lot of stuff going on in the K-drama space. and that man is at the center of attention, and it is not good. But here's the thing: when it comes to actual drama going on in, say, the Korean drama space itself, those are going to be long form videos that I actually want to start doing more of, because I was all for this idea of doing like the recaps, and yeah, I know they work. They are also expensive, especially when they don't pop off. However, I gave it a chance, and I realized that doing the recap videos and doing automation that way right now may not be for me when it comes to this particular genre. I do know, once again, I gotta illustrate, I gotta like reiterate this, that it does work. Here's a channel where it works for, right, where they're uploading, getting around a million, 1.7 million views a month and whatnot, and earning like probably what was it, like $5,000 or more by doing this type of content. For those people that want another look at it, let's go ahead and use the Next Lev Analytics. This is a paid plugin that allows you to look at it, and look, they're generating $13,000 or about a month, right, from 1.5 million views, and the RPM is insanely high. So I want to see if I can just scratch the surface, talking about a lot of these dramas in general, and we'll see exactly how these numbers are also going to be impacted by the new YouTube revenue update, or the YouTube monetization update, when it comes to mid-roll ads. Back then we could just post a video and just load up on as many mid-roll ads as we want. For example, let's go to the K-drama channel. Let's go to, actually, the K-drama channel is not monetized, so it won't work on the K-drama channel. So let me go to this channel here, and let me show you guys a video. This one is pretty long. Let's go to the monetization on this one, and let's go to the manage ad slot. Like, look at this, right? Technically you could do this, having an ad every single 20 seconds, right? And obviously not every single 20 seconds is an ad going to be shown. However, we do this because you never know when an ad's going to be shown or not, and this would just give a better chance for an ad to be shown. But YouTube is making some newer updates where their automatic systems is telling you guys where an ad should be shown. So if I were to remove ads and clean all the interruptive ads, let's see exactly what would happen. I mean, one thing's for sure, this all got cleared up, as you guys can see. So now all these ads that are appearing in the video itself are no longer interruptive ads. So that's one thing, that becomes more apparent for, the updates with the YouTube algorithm and our YouTube monetization features. And that's going to happen on May 12th, apparently, from YouTube side of things. But moving on to the next channel, we have our music channel here. And the music channel, as I've shown it beforehand, is literally just all about uploading music. Now, there's one thing that I should note that has changed since last week. This video, unfortunately, isn't the best representation of it. However, what I have noticed, and I wish I had brung it up here, there are the average click-through rate has started to rise when I changed the thumbnail scheme, right? The thumbnails for us for this channel, I decided to put a little bit more effort into them, a little bit more editing behind them to see if it had any impact, because it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of deal. But I have noticed that there's a large rise in the impression click-through rate through the thumbnails themselves. Now, this thumbnail in and of itself at one time had at least like 14% on the average click-through rate, which was, like, once again, insane. And for those of you that might be like, hey, I'm capping and whatnot, this is just early hours of the video, right, where it's a 1 out of 10. There's 82 people out of the 448 people that watched the video that liked it, and we're having a super high click-through rate. But the main other thing is it's all about engagement, right? So I wanted to test, the same thumbnail strategy on different videos to see exactly how they will perform. And, we started to yield a lot of great numbers. Now, that was just bandmate Zenso. If I go even further than Zen, as I was about to say the anime name, we have this video from Otto, and another one that has, 7.6% click-through rate. On the music channel, that's pretty good. We all know if you want to have stuff around 14% to truly start to get your channel out there, but it's hard at the end of the day. It is hard. And this is a channel that earns $0 once again from, you know, the reaction videos that we post on this channel. So that has to feed into Patreon, which we were talking about in last week's update for both channels. The Patreon, I've already adjusted our tiers. I adjusted them so that they match up with other, you know, content creators in the space. However, even though these tiers have been adjusted and some of them have been increasing in price, it's all about the value, right? We got to start giving more value or and making more content. And the, you know, it does rely on outposting, you know, your I guess you say your contemporaries in the space itself. So for the month of April, especially because we have a concert coming up on this Saturday for Kylie Minogue, a lot more Kylie Minogue videos are going to be uploaded on this channel starting literally today after this video is posted. Moving on to the other channel, which is one of my, well, the first channel I actually put more time into. It is this channel, which is now officially going to become a hub for reaction videos. So starting tomorrow and for the foreseeable future of the month of, well, the month of April and May until the trip that I'm going to be taking to Japan, my goal is to have this channel just littered with reaction videos. I'm talking about at least 3 to 4 videos a day, maybe some shorts. Not trying to kill myself in the amount of content that we're going to be doing, because I'm not trying to, you know, utilize editors for this space until the channel starts generating more revenue in itself. However, it needs content. So splitting up the reaction videos that we do between some of the commentary and then just, you know, the actual reaction, it has to start coming out, and we're gonna start churning them out like no tomorrow. So it's gonna become a vehicle to post more and more reaction videos, especially because I'm going to be uploading a lot more videos that don't feature the both of us, mainly features myself, because usually when we film together, it's usually going to be, you know, bouncing off of each other. However, the channel also did start off as just my personal channel, so I feel that, you know, majority of the people are still going to subscribe because they want to hear my thoughts primarily, even if I do want to bring on a co-host, similar to how other channels might function, where, you know, there is one person who is like the dominant personality. At the same time, you want to start to branch out and, you know, in pretty much encompass, you know, with more than one more person, but at the same time, still got to give people a ready, you know, steadily formula of what they expected and who they subscribed for at the beginning, so you don't alienate, you know, fans and stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing that for the foreseeable future on this channel as well. Make this the main reaction hub, and then take most of, like, if it doesn't have anything to do, if it has anything to do with anime, that commentary is going to be going on my main channel here, which we were showing you guys earlier, that has, you know, all the subscribers. If it has nothing to do with anime, then it's going to stay on this channel in terms of reactions. So that's what I'm looking at when it comes to this particular channel. And then last but not least, YouTube wise, we have our channel here, which was originally a gaming channel, right? And this channel is about to become a hub of clips. We're talking about clips where we're reacting to, like, literally almost anything that's going on the internet at this time. You know, gaming, I've already told you guys in previous videos and leading up to this one, what my goal is to start putting more gaming videos on this particular channel itself. This channel has the larger number, it's the vanity number, right? So it does attract sponsors. I get a lot of sponsors and partnership and brand deals and like emails and stuff like that, combing through them to see which ones are legit / which ones can actually be beneficial and whatnot. But we want to start driving up the engagement, so this is why I started uploading gaming content on this channel as well, because that gaming content has to be anime adjacent for it to work with the audience that I'm trying to cultivate for the future. However, at the same time, this channel can be utilized for clips. We're talking about videos that are less than 4 minutes. Preferably anything less than 3 minutes is what's going to be uploaded to this channel. So even if it's a little reaction to a moment from an anime itself that was kind of hype, yeah, it'll go up on this channel as well. Even if that same video was posted on this channel, yeah, we double dipping, maybe even triple dipping from one video, because we're talking about a moment in a video. So for instance, I can have a reaction for the anime Soul Leveling posted onto this channel. What then on that same reaction video, in the commentary wise, where it's just only focused on commentary and thoughts, post that onto this channel. Then I can take the moments from that same anime, make it in long form, give it a new title, give it a new thumbnail, throw it up on this channel as well. Right? We're literally triple dipping out here, right? And there's nothing wrong about that. Hey, if I was still interested in, you know, running the Shonen Magica channel where it's just only anime clips at the moment, I would still do that too. I showed you guys how we make, you know, content, and we just keep on, you know, monopolizing it, right, in a way that it can go on multiple different channels, like literally from the anime reaction, which we have on this channel, then to the commentary from the anime reaction on this channel, then to clips on the channel I showed you beforehand, then to me just showing the actual anime moment in a short form video on another channel. Because at the end of the day, when you use OBS, you can have your long form video record at the same time as your short form video. And that way you can just generate even more content. So yes, that's something that I could do if I wanted to continue doing the short form channel here, which obviously I will. It's more so, all right, figure out the time and knowing that I'm not going to be dedicating as much time to this channel as I will be doing for the other channels itself. But essentially, those are the business updates when it comes to YouTube. In terms of the other things that I'm working on, as you guys may or may not know, there are other projects obviously related to the novels that I'm writing, and that seems to be one of the biggest projects that I'm currently undertaking. And my goal is to get my first novel published by the end of this year, or before the end of this year. Not by the end of this year, before the end of this year. Preferably, hey, if I could get it done by the fall, that's perfect, because I'm going to be taking a couple of trips outside the US, especially to like visit some of the artists that I, you know, work with, you know, around the world itself. So those are some of the things that I've been looking at doing, and that's like one of the biggest projects. So, you know, when I'm not uploading content on YouTube or filming content like this, then I am writing on my novel. And I've been using a lot of, like, you know, different types of ways to research. Yeah, we are using AI on ChatGPT to like do some of the preliminary research, because some of the stuff that I've, you know, been looking into has some historical context. Then I'm also looking into like the esports realm, because the novel that I'm writing does have an emphasis on being like a dark fantasy mixed with sports, because hey, I love sports at the end of the day. But I thought about it, hey, do I want to make a YouTube sports channel? Probably not, because that's a lot of work, right? But yeah, I would love to talk about sports every now and then, and I can do that, you know, because I'm giving myself the leeway to talk about it maybe on my clips channel itself. But that's a project that has been in the running for a very, very long time. So definitely could look forward to more updates on that, because essentially, if I was not a YouTuber, I would be a full-time writer. So trying to get to that portion of where we're actually a full-time writer, author, and then we can start talking about other things like licensing. You know, when you have something original, you can do licensing behind it. You know, stemming from like even the channel I was just showing you guys here, when I create characters, I'm also creating like songs and stuff like that. So I can create, you know, videos like this, which obviously this is based off the song that I like, you know, this is a song that I helped produce, and for a card game that I was making, you know, years beforehand. And I've put the card game right now to the, you know, the furthest of the back burner, even though my series deals with cards themselves. But like, you know, where we're talking about this was what, 2022 that I had this project essentially done in. And it's a song that is on Apple Music and Spotify, that we worked together with an original character that I made that's a part of my series. And, you know, I love doing stuff like this because it's a form of marketing. Also, it allows me to post my own music in YouTube Shorts. And just for those people asking, yes, I do get paid off the people who play my music on, you know, YouTube, on Instagram, on Apple Music, on Spotify. So one of my other goals is to start producing even more music in the near future. But these are just other projects as we're starting to, you know, get out there, because a lot of people were wondering, well, when music sponsorships for YouTube Shorts started to die off in the last month because people are not earning as much money, like I can show you guys right now, especially because, you know, this stuff is all important. And I want people to be aware of these things, right? So let's go ahead, Let's go to one of the music sponsorships that we had, that we were promoting in the beginning, so that people can see that, okay, if you look here, it's only 3,400 views in the last 30 days for, it says for this one. Let's look at the last 90 days. So 89 cents from 18,000 views, right? And this is from using, the music sponsorships on this particular platform, right? Obviously, at a certain time, they were much higher, and then YouTube nerfed it because YouTube saw that more and more people were joining music programs and sponsorships and leaving out the big money record labels. So now the big money record labels are making more money from the music sponsorships, and all the people who are not essentially a big record label are making us considerably less money. Yes, you're still making money, but you're not making a whole lot, right? So what a lot of other people, including me, have even looked into and see like how it was possible. I already knew this years ago, so I'm putting a lot of people on game, and this is still another business expense, even if you were to do it, right? So let's say I go to Fiverr, right? Which I'm sure you guys see. Let's say I go to Fiverr and I want, I don't know, lo-fi beats, right? And I'll get one of these producers that can produce 10 to 30 lo-fi beats, as they say, right? And I'll have them, I'll commission them. Let's say they say 10 lo-fi beats for $100, 20 for 190, and like 30 for 280, right? So let's say I order this here. Let's say I order 30 lo-fi beats, and they're all different. They all have commercial usage. Let's say I even tell this guy that I want them to have some anime relevance because I'm in the anime field, right? Obviously, I can do that, get all 30 beats, right? And own the rights to them, right? And own the rights to them because that is also very big, right? So let's say I go to distrokid.com, which is this thing here, right? DistroKid is the fastest way for musicians to get music onto Spotify, Apple Music, and all the other stuff, right? So let me go ahead and sign in over here real quick, so you guys can see exactly what some people are essentially doing. And if you already pretty much know what I'm about to talk about, then that also works out too. Basically, you start to upload your own music, right? And so this is me with two songs. One has a Japanese title to appear on the Japanese iTunes and Spotify and stuff like that, and then here's the English title for me here. And this is where you can start to look at stuff like your stats and other splits and like that. So for instance, let's say this is from it says the last 365 days, right? Which is like 500 like 21 plays and stuff like that. So that means people are still listening to the song here and there, right? And that's just on Spotify. If I were to go to, then I believe it's splits. No. It's let's see what it says for Bank here. All right, so on Bank it says what's that, $27 from right now, all dates combined or something like that. So and this is just I mean, hey, this is still about a 2 to 3 month delay, so there's stuff that's still not being reported, but let's just say right now we got $27 that could get paid out to us, right? So if I were to create more and more music and feature it more and more in my own shorts, then yes, I can start to make more and more money, especially if one of my shorts were to go viral, right? One of my shorts goes viral, people are bound to check out that song itself. That song gets plays, and essentially I'm getting a cut of what I put out as music, so I could just monetize my own videos with the own music that I do. So let's say I were to take $280, and let's say that I make back that $280 from what I do from YouTube Shorts and from something like DistroKid, where I get paid back that money in total. So I get paid back the money on DistroKid. Let's say I make $280 in like 3 months time from what I get on DistroKid. I think that's a sound investment, right? Same thing if I were to take that and post that on YouTube, because I'm getting paid for the plays that happen on Spotify, Apple Music, and all the royalty checks at the end of the day. So that's something that a lot of YouTubers one should know about, two can do their own research so they can figure out more about it if it's feasible for them, because this is not something that I'm just gonna tell somebody to be like, hey, go ahead and start doing this, and you just lose a whole bunch of money. But essentially, this is something that other people are doing. This is something I have done in the past. I mean, I just showed you guys, and this is just a song that I made. That song itself has made me a lot more money than what's on this particular platform itself, because there's other stuff and licensing that's been used a part of. But yes, that is something that people actively do. Then when you want to go to, let's say, YouTube, and you're on like these music channels itself, and you're gonna see these channels here that are lo-fi YouTube channels, right? Lo-fi, let's just do lo-fi anime, for instance, right? This channel here, Llama Loops, is a channel like this even monetized? Well, there you have it. It's monetized. How much is this channel actually making? I mean, we can check out, but I mean, hey, 10 million views from this video from 3 years ago, still getting plays to nowadays, right? Maybe not as much because this is like 77,000 views, so they stopped uploading on it, but that's still consistent viewership that they were getting back in the days. And there's a lot of people are just uploading lo-fi beat channels, or just channels that are related to music. And yes, you're not going to make as much money RPM wise, because it's like gonna be like what, $1, maybe $2. However, we're talking about replay value. We're talking about having these videos in like playlists and on endless loop. You have, what is it, Lo-Fi Girl, that consistently has multiple videos going like live every single day and whatnot. There's 20,000 people pretty much watching Lo-Fi Girl right now. When we get back to peak school days and whatnot, or especially right around finals, which is going to be starting next month in May for a lot of people in college, a channel like this is banking in, what is this? This is actually like 2.19 billion views. It's kind of crazy, like what people are doing and other ways that people are finding ways to make money. Like there's multiple ways to build like a business around it. Like I said, I think of music as another revenue, or another another revenue source, and two, another way to like monetize and market your channel. So if they're making $203,000 a month from 75 million views a month, and their RPM is like $2, near $3, right? I mean, like, this is literally what other people are looking at and say, hey, this is a possible new bag they can chase, right? So yes, there's many ways to make money on YouTube, and I do want to go over a lot of these things in the month of April, start talking about these things as well, because I think it's interesting, I think it's fun. For the most part, yeah, it's pocket watching, but hey, this is just more information, and the making money in this world is all about having the correct information. And we're gonna end today's video off here. With that said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this for this weekly wrap up of what's going on with my YouTube channels, and I'll be having a video coming out about the grand rebrand soon, so stay tuned. You already know. Doses.